how do you analyze which markets you're going to invest in? You mentioned all these coastal sort of markets. Is it as simple as that, destinations, or do you have something a bit more granular?
It is as simple as that, but I also have something a bit more granular. So there are three types of markets that you can buy short-term rentals. There's metro markets like Nashville, Austin, New York, obvious. There are big fly-to vacation markets. So places like Aspen, Hawaii. And then there are regional drivable vacation rental markets like the Smokies or the Panhandle of Florida, or like if you are in California, probably Big Bear, places like that. Yeah. I focus specifically on the regional drivable markets, because in most markets like that, so beach markets, mountain markets, national park markets, lakes, these are areas that short-term rentals have been around for decades and decades, like way before Airbnb, even before the internet. In a lot of cases, like the Smoky Mountains, people have been renting properties on an overnight basis since the 70s. In the Panhandle of Florida, like Destin area, my grandmother used to come down here and rent properties in the 40s. So investors own these properties. So these are places that the regulations are very, very established. The cities and counties figured out how to monetize it with a small occupancy tax decades ago. So these aren't areas that you're running into a lot of the anti-short-term rental regulations that everybody's read about in metro markets. And they're also areas that the tourism is very well established and very trackable. And they're also areas that are very recession resistant. So like in 2008, people couldn't afford to fly to Mexico to go to the beach or fly to Aspen to go to have a mountain vacation. But what they could do is drive to Panama City or drive to the Smoky Mountains. They could afford that. These are affordable vacations too. And then when you look at COVID last year, these are areas that, people were dying to get out of their houses, but they didn't want to go to big metro areas. They didn't want to get on planes because they didn't want to get sick. So what they would do is stay in control of their own environment and drive to a weekend place, 5 to 8 hours from where they live, and stay in a short-term rental. So we focus on the regional drivable markets. I know plenty of people that invest in like Hawaii or metro markets that are doing really well, but we focused on the regional drivable for those reasons.